Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am very excited for today's video because today we're going to be testing out a cat DNA kit. And with it, we're going to be testing my cat Lena's DNA. So, here's how this all started. My cat Lena, she's a very unique cat. We have had many cats in this house throughout my life. I volunteer at the Humane Society. I have met many cats, and Lena is unlike any cat I have ever met. First of all, her face is different. Like, she's got a very unique face, sort of a pushed-in nose and big eyes, and I just got her from the Humane Society. Like, it's not like, you know, she's, like, from a breeder or anything. She was a stray, and I got her from the Humane Society. And she's always had a very unique, sassy personality that I've never even met in, like, other sassy cats. She's very particular about what she wants and what she doesn't want. She will smack you if you do something she doesn't like. And not only that, but she's one of the first animals I've ever met to immediately not be afraid of my chair and sit up at the top here. That's actually why there is a cover on this part of my chair, because she has completely torn up underneath it. So she's just a very unique cat, and one day I was talking about her at work, and we joked that I should get her DNA tested. So I looked it up, and this company called Basepaws exists, and they were apparently on Shark Tank and featured in BuzzFeed, and they are one of the few places that you can actually get your cat's DNA tested. So I reached out to Basepaws and told them a little bit about Lena and a little bit about my channel, and they were kind enough to actually send me a kit so that I could do this video. I did not promise them I would do a video. I did not promise them that I would like the product. They just sent this to me. So thank you, Basepaws, for sending this. So this is the box that you get in the mail. It says Cat Kit, the world's first at-home cat genetics test. Do not throw this box away. And then if you live in the States, actually, you don't have to pay for postage. It has the address and everything on the back. I live in Canada, so I will have to pay for postage, but that's okay. I don't mind. So when you open up the box, on top of it says, "Meow human, welcome to Basepaws. Activate your cat kit online at basepaws.com/activate. We can't start the meowgic until you activate your kit. Enter the 14-digit barcode located on the tube. Follow the instructions below to collect your cat's oral sample." This will be the hardest part of this whole video. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now, because she is asleep on my bed, so I might do it. But I really feel like I should wait for my sisters to help me. Because together, my older sister and my younger sister are not afraid of Lena. So it might take some manpower, because she's kind of a tough guy, and she will hate this thing going into her mouth. We're going to do it anyway. She'll get over it, and I'll give her some treats after, but I'm not looking forward to that part. So collect the sample. Swab the cheek pouch for 5 seconds to collect saliva. Remove cap. Hold the tube upright and unscrew the cap from the tube. Do not spill the stabilizing liquid. Invert cap. Turn the cap upside down and place the swab in the tube. Screw cap on tightly to prevent leaking. Shake tube. Invert and shake the tube vigorously 10 times to thoroughly mix the sample. So this is the swab that it comes with. It says for animal use only. And the code is on the bottle, so I'm assuming this is the solution that you mix it with, so I will just use the swab, take it off, put it in there, shake, that sort of thing. And then I will be putting it in this bag that it comes with. It says insert the specimen in the bag, peel off the blue release liner, then seal the bag by pressing down on the glue. So that blue line there is glue that I will be activating to keep this fresh. It gives you instructions for that on the bottom as well. Return your sample for processing by following the steps. Once your sample has been processed, the results will be sent to the email you provided during activation. Place your collected sample in the specimen bag with absorbent pad and seal the bag closed. Place the sealed specimen bag with your sample into this box. Remove the adhesive liner located on the opening flap and seal the box closed. Mail the sealed box. Postage is prepaid and the box is already labeled with the return address. So this is a really cute little kit. It is pricey. This retails for $129 US, but I think if you're interested enough and you want to pay that kind of money to get your cat's DNA tested, I mean, go for it. So this DNA test will tell me quite a few things about Lena. It'll tell me about her health, but the most exciting thing for me is it will tell me a little bit about her ancestry and which wild cat genes are most prominent in her. There are 37 modern species of cats, and the most recent wild ancestor of the domestic cat is the African wild cat, I believe. But what this test is going to tell us is what other cats might have been in Lena's lineage. Probably not like any recently, like not her grandparents. They're probably way further back than that. She's probably just bred from a whole bunch of different kinds of strays. Personally, I think she looks like the African black-footed cat. There's this video that I think it's National Geographic posts, and every now and then it gets like reshared on Facebook, and I think it looks so much like her, just with like little short legs instead, but I think it looks so much like her. So that's about all of the information I can give you beforehand. Now time to do the scary thing and swab the kitty. I'm ready.
I'm not ready yet.
You're scared still.
Well, I'm not scared. I'm just trying to think about how to do it. If I was scared, I wouldn't be touching her. She could bite me at any minute. As soon as I towel her, she's gonna freak out, right?
Yeah. Well, one time, all I did was, like, she was laying on a towel, and I just folded the other half up over her, and she growled at me.
Yeah, like, I know she's gonna flip if I towel her.
Alright, Sam, so explain what ended up being the method in the end.
Well, I had the idea to get treats for her.
She loves these churro treats.
And then Abby opened it and would feed her some churro, so Elena would, like, be licking it. And then we'd stop the churro and I'd shove the swab in her mouth and attack her cheek. And then as soon as she got suspicious or tried to spit it out, we'd give her more churro and we'd wait and then shove the swab back in.
So I bet you the test results are also going to give us test results for churro.
Yeah, she's definitely part tuna.
And scallop, I believe. But...
Oh.
She's still looking for churro, but she's eaten almost that whole tube by herself. You know, Cream Heroes uses 1 tube for 7 cats. And I just gave away the whole tube.
It was shaken vigorously.
Okay.
Like, ad nauseum.
So now we're going to go put it in the sealed container, and we're going to seal up the box, and then I'm going to bring it to the post office tomorrow morning. Okay, so now this is the specimen bag. So what does it say? Seal in bag. Place collected sample in specimen bag with absorbent pad. This is the specimen bag.
Specimen bag, specimen... That's absorbent pad?
I would assume so.
What does it say on
Insert specimen in bag.
Peel off blue release liner and seal bag by pressing down on glue line.
The deed has been done.
I did it. What? We placed it in with the absorbent pad and seal the bag closed. I think, where's the tear? It's for to open. We're not opening it. So we're peeling this to expose the adhesive.
Expose.
And then sticking it by pressing down on the glue line. But, like, where do we want it to go? Like, just fold it down like that?
I think so. That's how it was in the box, right?
Yeah, okay. Oh, it doesn't tell you to fold it. It just says peel off blue release liner, then seal bag by pressing down on the glue line. The side that has the glue on it is lower down than the other side, so it will just seal when I take this off.
Oh, gotcha.
I got it. I'm with it now. I wasn't with it to begin with. See, there's the glue line.
Okay.
Now it's sealed.
And it goes in the box. And then you tear the sticky off at the top here.
Okay, well, let me make the sides less ugly first. Then you tear off this.
And then you just make sure you get the tongues in the sides.
I got my tongue in. Is your tongue in?
No. Now it's in.
Your tongue is in?
Yep.
And is it postage paid out?
It is within the States, so I think I'll have to pay a couple of bucks, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ta-da!
Okay, so now that we have the swab for Lena done and sent in, I'm going to go on the basepaws website and activate it using the code that was on the swab, just so I can go through this process with you. Okay, I might already have an account. Woohoo! Add cat. So we're just gonna fill this in. Lena. Date of birth. I don't know. Can I just put her gotcha day? Her gotcha day would have been... Oh god, 2014. So I'm gonna put 2013... No, 2014. I don't know if this is right, but I'm going to give her 2014. The 26th, she is a female. I'm going to just upload this photo of her, and I'm also going to upload this photo of her. I'm going to put... You know what? Description isn't necessary, so I'm not going to bother. We're going to do that, and now I'm just going to activate the kit. I don't know that the barcode here is protected or sensitive or anything, so I am going to put a box over this editing. Or just skip right through typing it in. Activate my kit. My kit was activated. Alright. So, Lena's kit has been activated. That's all it takes. I just had to type in the code that was on the side of the swab with the barcode and then fill in Lena's profile. So while we're on the Basepaws website, I'll make this full screen and we'll go to how it works. A simple saliva test is all you need to find out why your feline companion does what they do, the optimal diet to feed them, and if there are any health issues to be concerned about, all through genetics. Totally possum, right? So to me, that's the cool thing, is that it'll tell me her genetics, like what wild cats, might be in her genetic background, but then also if it can tell any health issues from her saliva, that's interesting, and I totally believe in that. So why get your cat's DNA sequenced? Because your cat's DNA can unlock secrets to keeping their health in tip-top shape. Modern science has uncovered exciting new insights about mixed breed cats and breed genetics. And when you invest in a DNA test for your cat, you'll have access to a living document that's an evolving part of your cat's history. Cuddle, swab, voila. So this was obviously not how we did it, but that's because Lena is not that kind of cat. View a sample report. I didn't see that there. So when I get Lena's, it'll be something like this. And I'm looking forward to being able to go through that with you. That's interesting. On an average, house cats and lions share 95.6% of their DNA. On an individual basis, all house cats should have values pretty close to this value, with some variation. While some cats might inherit more DNA in common with lions, others will inherit less. And we're back. Enough weeks have gone by that Lena's DNA results are in. And I have my iPad here, my trusty dusty iPad, and I'm going to take you through what her results show. Something that I did not know before I did this was that when your results come in, they actually offer you a 20-minute, I think it's like a Skype call type deal. Zoom call is what I think people do nowadays, but whatever. With one of their vets to take you through the results and kind of talk about what they mean. I'm not going to bother doing that, but it's nice to know that that option is there as part of their sort of package. So, here we are, Lena's genetic report. So after the contents and the front page, the next page in the booklet that you get is the summary. So this summary page tells us that Lena doesn't have any of their risk health markers. And it also tells us the different breed groups, Western, Eastern, Exotic, and Persian, and what her percentages are, like what kind of percentages she matches those types. Obviously, she is the most like a Western cat. I don't think anybody would think otherwise. And then below that, it tells us which wild cat she is the most like. According to Basepaws DNA and the samples that they currently have, she is the most like a cheetah. Now, I doubt they actually have African black-footed cats in their system because they're like kind of rare, but I'm still convinced that that's like somewhere in her ancestry line. But I would have to agree, cheetah. She does like to run, she does like to jump. So we're going to go through each of her top breed categories. So her top Western, Eastern, Exotic, and Persian type cats. And we're going to read their little info about them. So in a Maine Coon, which is the Western cat that Lena is the most like, it says she is more similar to the Maine Coon than 90.2% of all other cats in the Basepaws database. So that's a lot. And you can see the chromosome map there. Overview. Tipping the scales at almost 20 pounds, the Maine Coon is said to be one of the largest and heaviest cat breeds. This breed is very muscular, agile, and heavy-boned, sporting a thick, uneven, double-layered coat and a bushy tail. They also have the longest whiskers of any other cat breed. Now, Lena is definitely not a big cat. She's definitely a tiny cat, but she's definitely fluffy. She's short-haired, but she sheds a lot. Personality. Now, I am going to read the personality bits just because I think it's interesting, but it's also important to remember that each cat, regardless of what their breed is going to have a different personality. Lena was a stray before I got her, so I think that's part of the reason why she's a little bit more, should I say hostile? Before I take her to the vet, I have to sedate her from now on. So some of these, out of all of the different categories, the personality one is the one that I think is the most fun, but I also take with the biggest grain of salt because, like, every human's personality is different, every animal's personality is different. But for the Maine Coon, it says, termed as one of the few water-loving cats, yeah, that's definitely not Lena, the Maine Coon is truly a gentle giant and adored for its playful, independent, dog-like nature. Maine Coons are known to be pretty vocal, utilizing a wide range of complex sounds. These cats are often quite obedient and possess an above-average intelligence, making them easy to train. It is not uncommon to see cats of this breed being walked on leashes. Well, as we know from this channel, Lena can definitely be on a leash outside. She's great at that. And she is very vocal, that is for sure. She often screams. So, that's very great. Out of the eastern cats, she is the most like a cat breed called the Peterbald. It says the eastern part of Lena is more similar to the Peterbald than 60.4% of all other cats in their database. The Peterbald is a Russian hairless cat breed originating in St. Petersburg in 1994. These unusual kitties are carriers of a hair-losing gene and are characterized by having either a bulb, flocked, velour brush, or straight coats. Those born with fur may lose their hair over time. They come in all colors and patterns and are said to closely resemble the Oriental Shorthair in physical appearance. They're slim, muscular, with almond-shaped eyes and large, pointy ears. It says Peterbalds are sweet and affectionate little cats. These felines are famous for their dog-like, loyal demeanor towards their favorite humans. It is said that they often follow their humans around the house in order to be near them as much as possible. They are energetic, curious, and at the same time peaceful and docile. They get along well with children and other pets. Lena gets along well with children and other pets. She's not peaceful, but she definitely does follow us around the house, especially my mom, so that one I'll take. Her exotic cat is a Bengal. That picture of that Bengal there actually does kind of look like Lena. She's not a Bengal, but that's what she does look like, that picture. The exotic part of Lena is more similar to the Bengal cat than 95.27% of all other cats in our database. Wow, that is similar. So often referred to as the miniature leopard of the domestic cat breeds, the Bengal is a unique breed designed to resemble exotic wildcats such as leopards, ocelots, margays? I've never heard that one before, and clouded leopards. They are characterized by having a lean, muscular body, broad head, relatively short ears, and a long, muscular neck. The coat pattern is spotted or marbled and can be any shade of orange, brown, light brown, or silver. Sometimes the fur can have a sheen, giving the coat a shimmering appearance. The spots and rosettes are vivid, contrasted, at times multicolored. I mean, yeah, she does kind of look like that. Personality. If you're looking for a cuddly cat that will purr and snuggle, it stays away in your lap, then a Bengal is not for you. That's Lena. These cats, although friendly and devoted companions, are exceptionally curious, energetic, agile, and constantly on the move with confidence and flair. Bengals are considered to be highly intelligent and are known to naturally retrieve toys during a game of fetch. They are also one of the few cat breeds that are uncharacteristically fond of playing in water. Lena hates water, but other than that, the rest of that is pretty true for her, honestly. And last but certainly not least, let's talk about the Himalayan cat. The Persian part of Lena is more similar to the Himalayan than 90.95% of all other cats in our database. A medium-sized breed of cat, the Himalayan is a friendly companion, most prized for its long, silky, soft coat. Himalayan coats are identical in type to those of Persian cats, but their deep blue eye color and pointed coloration are inherited from crossbreeding with the Siamese cat. The Cat Fanciers Association considers the Himalayan simply a color variation of the Persian breed, rather than a separate breed of its own, although they do compete in their own color division. Personality. Himalayans are gentle, affectionate, and typically are not very vocal. They are known to be one-man cats, which means they aren't well suited for large families as they don't like sharing the attention of their favorite human. They are not very tolerant of dogs or children and may get nippy if pestered. The Himalayan is an easygoing, placid feline who won't ruin the furniture, preferring to curl up on their human's lap whenever possible. So out of all four cat types there, not only is Lena the most genetically related to a Bengal, but reading the synopsis there, that's the cat that she's the most like. So now I'm just going to kind of skip through the health marker part quickly, because even though that was the part that I was the most interested in when I first did this basepaws thing, all of Lena's came back negative. She doesn't have a single one of these health issues that they tested for. I guess she's just lucky. She does go to the vet all the time. She eats well. She gets played with every day. But this was definitely the part that I was the most nervous and was the most interested in, but she's in the clear for all of them. Had she not been in the clear for any of these, I would have taken them up on their consultation with a vet that they offer. That definitely would have been the situation. In a little video that they have on their website, where their main vet kind of takes you through the report, their sample one gives you one where one of the tests is not negative, and he kind of talks about it a little bit, but Lena's not at risk or a carrier for any of these things, so I'm just going to skip right through it, because that's pretty much the end of it. At the very end of the booklet, it does take you through some of the rest of the cats, and it tells you some of their traits and that sort of thing, but she's not as closely related to any of them as the 4 that it gave me to begin with. So out of, all the different types of cats, it seems that she has the most genetic resemblance to a Bengal. Although, when you go back to the summary, it says that her closest genetic neighbor is actually the Maine Coon, because that makes up 41.5%. But reading the descriptions, it seems like she's the most like a Bengal. And I just like the knowledge that she shares a fair amount of, DNA similarities with a cheetah. So, what did we learn from this? I don't really know. But it was a lot of fun, and I definitely don't regret doing it. Anything more that I can learn about my kitty cat and why she's a wildcat, and other wildcats that she's like, I think is interesting. Especially now, when I started this video, I had no idea that we were going to be at home as often as we are. So now that I'm spending literally every day with Lena all day, I know that she needs to be played with much more than I ever thought she did. She wants to play multiple times a day. And she will sit here and yell at me until I play with her. And it's interesting because we've had a lot of cats in this house throughout my lifetime, and none of them have ever seemed to be, quite as playful at Lena's age as she is, It's interesting. So if you're interested in doing basepaws yourself, I am going to leave a link to their website in the description box, as well as any other sort of pertinent links to specific things on their website. If you want to take a search through that, take a search through their sample report, that sort of thing, just to kind of see what kind of information that it gives, in case that's something you might be interested in doing. I know it's a little bit expensive, and to some people it's not an expense that you can rationalize, and I totally get that, but I enjoyed doing it. I would probably do it again if I had another cat someday, to be honest with you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this week's video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed already, and I will see you next time. Bye!